following the decision of the People's Democratic Party to zone its presidential ticket to southern Nigeria, people are already looking at who is likely to emerge as the presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party from southern Nigeria. And they're already looking at who is likely to be the one that the cap fit. Who will the cap fit between those who have been projected as likely opponents of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the PDP in particular. Before we talk about others, but this is just about the PDP. Now, among those that have been projected include Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, if he succumbs to pressure being put on him to return to PDP and contest for the ticket and the presidency of Nigeria under that platform. Then you have former President Goodluck Jonathan, who is also under pressure to show interest, because Goodluck Jonathan never actually left PDP. Okay, the only thing is that after he lost through a lot of betrayal by PDP leaders, especially from northern Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan distanced himself from the party and literally became a neutral statesman. Okay, but now there's a lot of pressure by some northern interest groups who are pushing for him to contest in 2027 election. Some of them claiming that they have learned their lesson and all that, and that they want him to now come back and become president again, at least for another 4 years. Then you have Seyi Makinde, the sitting governor of Oyo State. Seyi Makinde himself is alleged that he is the one mainly funding PDP. It was alleged he is the one even paying the salaries of the PDP workers and all that. He does a lot, and it's because of his contribution or perceived contribution. That was why the National Executive Committee of the party decided to host their next convention in Ibadan, Oyo State capital, in appreciation of his contributions to the party. But others have interpreted it to mean that it was an attempt for Makinde to be able to have a firm grip of the party in that elective national convention that will help him to emerge the presidential candidate of the party ahead of the 2027 election. Now, these are the three main people are talking about that can vie for the presidency under the platform of the PDP. Two of them are uncertain. We're talking about Peter Obi, we're talking about Goodluck Jonathan. Then the one that is certainty is Seyi Makinde, the governor for your state. Which of them does the cap fit? But first of all, let me tell you that what has played out in the PDP is exactly what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants. PDP has been so weakened in a position that it is difficult for it to present a strong candidate. The two of the strongest candidates should be Peter Obi, Goodluck Jonathan. But are they going to join the party? That's the million-dollar question. But the one that is standing, the most obvious now, is Seyi Makinde. Seyi Makinde, does the cap fit Seyi Makinde? Can Seyi Makinde be able to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027 if he is the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party? The answer is a capital no. He cannot. In fact, Seyi Makinde contesting Imagine the presidential candidate of the PDP is is one of the biggest jokes of the 2027 election. Why did I say this? There is nothing that Seyi Makinde has to recommend him for a higher office after being governor. Okay, and we know that this is the second term, so the plan is he graduates from being governor and president. That's not going to happen because one, the way I look at Makinde is that Makinde is like a mole of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the PDP. So his emergence as their presidential candidate is just a total waste of time if people put hope in PDP that they can mount a serious challenge against APC and Tinubu in 2027. Because don't forget, Seyi Makinde himself campaigned against his own party, against Atiku Abubakar in the last election. He was part of the G5 who revolted against their party and worked for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So he worked for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What was his intention for working for Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Do not be deceived that it was because Atiku Abubakar got the ticket that should have gone to a southern Nigeria. That is out of southern solidarity that Seyi Makinde joined Yeso in protesting against Atiku Abubakar and supporting Tinubu. That's not true. Both Yeso and Makinde were all after their own selfish interest, selfish political interest. In the case of Makinde, it was a parabol arrangement, you know. Tinubu is from southwest. He is competing against people from others. He was competing against Peter Obi from southeast. He was competing against Atiku Abubakar from northeast and all that. So there was a need for solidarity. So he joined. He was part of it to ensure that Tinubu emerges victorious. Okay. And to his credit, he delivered his state to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So what is it that is going to tell people on the campaign trail? What is it going to tell them? That Tinubu that he supported in 2023, that he made a mistake, he didn't know what he was doing. Now Tinubu, he is better than Tinubu. Is that what he's going to tell Nigerians? Is that what he's going to tell the people of Southwest? Can he even win a single state in the Southwest? Is that what Seyi Makinde will go on campaign to tell people of Southwest that Tinubu I campaign for is no longer good enough? When Southwest are enjoying their best time in Nigeria's political history under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that is running a purely nepotistic government, whereby all the instruments of our economy are in their hands. Is that what you are going to convince anybody in Southwest to vote for Seyi Makinde to replace Tinubu? Tinubu is already doing what many of them enjoy, because when you go to social media, if you see how they defend Tinubu's nepotism, then you know that a whole lot of them are in support of him. So how is Seyi Makinde going to change the table? I have said this before. The only way to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu is to isolate Southwest, box him in Southwest, and make sure he doesn't get any votes in the other regions of Nigeria. And the election will be over before 12 noon on election day. Just restrict him to the Southwest. Okay, that is the way to do it. Because right now his government is only benefiting Southwest. Okay, so and you are bringing another person from Southwest, and you think that the person can even get any vote in Southwest, not to talk of. Imagine Makinde going to North. What's it going to tell people in the northern Nigeria who are suffering from banditry, hunger, starvation, insecurity? What is it going to tell them? that they should replace Tinubu with him. He said that's a huge joke. That his presidential run is one of the biggest jokes of the 2027, of the coming 2027 election. Okay, the cap doesn't fit him at all. Okay, it doesn't fit him at all. Where the challenge could come for Tinubu is if any of those candidates, particularly Peter Obi, emerged the PDP presidential candidate, Peter Obi will do better than any other. Why did I say better? Look, if you look at Goodluck Jonathan doesn't have the charisma. Forget about that people are trying to dress him in borrowed robes because they want to railroad him into the race again. He doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have what it takes to be able to garner vote on his own. He has been a president. He has record. He can cite his record and all that, and people will puncture his record. People will puncture his record. All they have to do is they go and look at his record or the record of his administration on corruption. It may not be directly a whole lot of things happen. Some of the people that serve in his government are still on the run. Okay, so there are so many things going against him if you scrutinize him very well. Okay, and he doesn't have the charisma. The backbone of his support was South, South, and Southeast. South, South, and Southeast, they have changed from what he used to be. So for him to present himself, he has to come up with a different strategy from what he used to, because that was South, South, and Southeast was in his pocket in the past because he was from the zone, the old Eastern region, and there was a need to support a minority who comes out from that region. Okay, and he had a lot of support. He may not get the same thing again because he will be like Atiku Abubakar, he will be relying on structure. But the structure is changing. The structure is changing. Any candidate who depends on structure, the PDP governors in South have potted, many of them. Even they have potted, as local parents, they have left. Their hearts are no longer in the party. So you need a candidate that people will have hope that if he's there, because of his own individual integrity, he can make a change. They can create a new Nigeria. Not someone like Goodluck Jonathan, who is going to depend solely on structure. Goodluck is going to depend on structure. He's a ready-made, somebody who believes on a ready-made arrangement. If you look at Goodluck Jonathan, he has not fought for anything. The only time he fought for something was in 2011, and he didn't even do it well. Okay, but God was on his side. He became vice president, not because he wanted it, it's what Obasanjo that made him that. He became president, not because he wanted it, it was because providence, if you like, God made it so. So there are so many things working for him that he didn't have to fight for. When he had to fight in 2015, you can see how he easily succumbed. Okay, he easily succumbed. And in 2011, why he was able to stand his ground and didn't leave power as the North was demanding, there was people like Obasanjo and co, who unfortunately made him to agree to serve for one term, allegedly. Okay, so he is somebody that believes in structure. But if you are looking for going for an election in which you need somebody who has organic support, somebody who has grassroots support, who people look up to, who the ordinary masses are ready to campaign for without receiving cover, the way they campaigned for Muhammad Buhari, then you can't look further than Peter Obi as the candidate that people will be ready to lose their all to fight for him to emerge the president of Nigeria. But these are hypothetical. Peter Obi and Goodluck Jonathan being candidate of PDP. The two are purely hypothetical for now. The one that appears certainty in terms of running for that position or emerging the presidential candidate of the PDP is Seyi Makinde. And he is a lackey of the presidency, a lackey of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC. His emergence will be an indication that PDP has to present its weakest candidate in its history to face President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's my take. I don't know what to think about who the cap fit between these three gentlemen. But whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.